And remember, if you like this video, click like and subscribe. Helps out the channel. Alright, good people, so I'm out here on this beautiful June day, heading out to the neighborhood of Crown Heights, Brooklyn. And I'm heading to the Armory. And for what? For the Brooklyn Comicon. Now, this is going to be the first year at this location, and it's going to be my first ever Brooklyn Comicon, so I don't know what to expect. Okay, so I wasn't expecting that. As soon as you scan your ticket and you get in, I'm greeted by a giant ring right on the turf. And basically they have live wrestling matches just kicking off. So as soon as I came in, I didn't get a chance to go walk through any aisles or anything like that. I was fixated on this match. And this match looked pretty good. Those punches looked pretty fake, but the match was good. It was a lively atmosphere. You have fans interacting. And one thing I got to give these guys credit for is, they kept people entertained and engaged. And, you have funny matches. You had Santa Claus versus the Grinch. You had some Prince, like a Prince, I believe it was Michael Jackson. They were having a wrestling match, and it was a live time. And the other thing, shout out to these guys. I got to give them credit for their rope work. The walking the ropes and the high flying, dives and hitting people with elbows. And, that takes skill. That is an acquired skill, and you just don't learn that overnight. Now, the crazy thing, I'm sitting here laughing to myself because I'm just thinking this Brooklyn Comicon, I got off on the wrong foot. Because I don't even want to go to the rest of the show. I just want to sit here and watch wrestling all day and get me something to eat. So, I'm itching. Maybe I might have to go get me some WWE tickets for the Barclays. Alright, so I left the wrestling alone and I walk by and I see the backdrop where everybody's taking their cosplay pictures, and we got the Predator versus Skeletor. And everybody's having a good time and they're just jazzing along. Boy, this is a pretty good show. I'm liking the vibe here. Alright, so as I made my way through the show floor, I met up with my group of buddies. We briefly conversed and made our way through the aisles. Now, the one thing I can't say about the show, it was a pretty good mix of items there. You had the custom rugs, you had custom art, you had people selling pops and specialty toys. But, the only thing I was, a little upset about, I didn't have a ton of comic dealers. When I go to a show, I'm used to going through the dusty box and trying to find that diamond in the rough, going through some dollar bins or the sale bin. And it wasn't a lot of that there at this show. Now, Bulletproof Comics did make an appearance there, and Bulletproof Comics is based in the Flatbush area, and they have been around forever. I believe they hit 30 years, I believe, in the area. So shout out to Bulletproof Comics on their longevity. And there was a lot of independent books there, which was great. I bought quite a few independent books, but I would have loved to have seen a lot more vendors with action figures. I'm loving my action figures, so I would have loved if I would have saw a lot more of those there, or a ton of superhero T-shirts. I'm always on the lookout for those. And over here we had retro gaming. So they had a ton of tables set up with monitors, LCD screens with tons of games. So it was definitely something there for your kids if you brought the kids out for there. These kids parked out there all day and was playing games. They had a bouncy house for the kids, which was pretty great. And, when I thought about it, if I went out to the movies, for my adult ticket, I'm paying like what, $21? By the time you buy food, drinks, transportation, you're in the movie for like $45. So this was way more fun than going to the movie for the day. And I killed a ton of time here just running around. And the one thing I will say, the cosplayers made this event. Right here, you got the Wolverine werewolf or werewolf Wolverine. And, this guy was great. He spent a lot of time on this costume, and, I wound up following him on Instagram. And he's a cool dude, and the cosplays were just so much fun. I was getting pictures with everybody, and it was a great time. So my consensus on the Brooklyn Comicon, great show. I had a good time. and I am looking forward to going next year. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure I buy my ticket in advance, because the Saturday tickets sold out quick and I was unable to get in on Saturday. And lucky for me, we also had the 5 Points Festival that weekend, so I went to that, hung out at 5 Points all day. Then I went to the Brooklyn Con on Sunday. So I got to check my schedule, see when that's going to be for next year, and definitely buy my ticket in advance. So that's my time, people. This was a great show. If you get a chance, you're in the Brooklyn area, Crown Heights, Brooklyn, check it out. Brooklyn Comicon. Main one out.